Hey, welcome back to Stationeers. It's day 18. It's time to smelt some steel. Everything should be prepared. Everything should be fine. Now, let's heat this thing up. Or did we already do that? No. Yeah. So, that's the volatiles. And that's the nitrous oxide. And we're going up. It's plenty for making iron, and it should be plenty for making steel too. And that's our first batch of steel. Now, while the furnace is hot, let's make some iron as well. Just about enough. And so we can, of course, do copper. Easy. And it's not necessarily the best idea to do gold, but sure. Anything else? No, we don't want nickel, we don't want silver. So, that's it. Let's store as much heat as we can in here, or... Oh, that's one of the things, right? We want to keep these separated. Do we have silicon in here? We need silicon. Yes, we do. There. So we'll have two separate tanks for the hot stuff and the less hot stuff. It is going to cool down quite a bit, but that's fine. And of course, eventually we'll want to filter everything and do all that. There we go. We'll want a few insulated pipes, but let's not go overboard. We only produced a little bit of steel. Yeah, much better. The furnace is quite big. There. Now, another thing I want to make is just a little bit of a helper thing. We can use a GPS cartridge very easily. Yeah, let's just merge all of our resources together. There we go. And we should go outside and mine. This is going to help us find our way back home. We don't need the pipes with us, so we need air. Let's not forget about the necessities.
Air tank critical.
There. Canisters can explode, so be careful. How's the pressure here? Yeah. I think that's already most of it gone. Yeah, just very little left. But it doesn't matter, we have the power right now, I think. Yep. We're generating quite a bit. What I want to do is make at least one more atmospheric skid while we're at it. And we're going to need a steel for the trader. But first, let's get a drink. Anyway, our only chance to survive is trading for a seat. We're not allowed to trade for anything else. We can sell, of course, but without selling anything, we already have a bit of an issue because we only have 200 And the seats, I think, cost 200 as well. Well, let's dump the waste tank. Should cool stuff down just a little bit. Now, because we made this room bigger, it's going to take longer to empty. We'll want to turn this into an airlock, so we can avoid that. Or, probably more likely, we'll expand the whole room all the way here and use this airlock. So we'll have two ways to go, either outside or there. There's our atmospherics kit. Oh, of course we put away the pipes. There. This one is going to do the 380. And it should pre-cool all of the air we have captured here. It's probably not going to take very long. We do have power. Yeah, we're completely full on power, so let's just kick it off and see how far we can take this. We're only going to take a little bit, because we want to go outside and mine something. Oh, it's actually keeping up. That's surprising. There. So we have filters, we have air, we have waste tanks. We can turn this off. This should be empty, right? Yeah, 10 kilopascals, it's fine. We're not going to check that. But there we go. So this is where we need to return. 4303. That's going to get us back from the outside if we ever get lost, which does tend to happen. There, and of course we still want to mine while the light is on. This will stop mostly when the temperature is right, but I'm not going to leave it running just in case, because we do get a chance to change the batteries, of course. But with 5 atmospherics running, they are not going to last very long anyway. There. Now, what kind of resources do we need? We need to build a computer, we need to build a communication dish, we need to get welding fuel, or alternatively, of course, the arc welder. I would like to have an arc welder, but I'm not sure if it's the best use of our time. It would be great. It never stops being useful. But the inver cost is too much for us, I'm afraid. I'm definitely not mining what I'm supposed to be mining. We need... What do we need, actually? We need copper. We need nickel. Very good. Our inver isn't the only thing we want to make with nickel. There's also constantan. Which again, on some planets it's easier to get than on others. On most planets you have ISIS, and when you don't have ISIS, there's usually some other way to get to these resources. Venus is again the worst, because the air isn't hot enough to make inver by far. Well, none of the worlds have atmosphere that hot. But, of course, it adds up quickly. So we didn't mind much at all. That said, we don't really need that much. The biggest problem is making sure that we can prepare the fuel for the welder. Now, I did some experiments, I did some calculations. I was able to make Inver with just 70 or so cobalt volatiles. But we're not even halfway there. Yeah, and our air tank is running out, so since we're completely lost, it's time to take out our GPS. Oh, we're very far. I should have paid a lot more attention. Very little air left. Yeah, we're back in our region, and there it is. Yep, so the GPS helps a lot. Where's the right side? There it is. Yeah, we're cutting it a little close, as usual. It always just feels like you can take just a few more seconds, right? There. Let's fill the helmet. Thank you. How much do you have left here? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I will need to get some more space in my suit. This is getting annoying. So first we'll need at least one more atmospheric set. We'll probably want more than that. There we go. There.
Hydration critical. Air tank critical.
Okay. Didn't we have another filter? No? We consumed it already? Oh. Yeah. Resources are going to disappear slowly. Now, the simpler source of materials is definitely the arc furnace. It takes longer. It gets out colder. But we don't want that. So instead... Oh, we're losing temperature here because of this pipe. But you can see that the radiation is very low. It's not a big deal. Because again, there's all the thing with having a temperature that's basically the same as outside. Or was that already how much I lost? I'm not sure. Oh! Welding fuel. Our two options are oxygen and volatiles, and just volatiles with nitrous oxides. Since volatiles are very scarce until we can get our farming going, we'll try to avoid using them, but it is going to be complicated. Now, I think that's 10 or 5 of each should be more than enough. Oh, I don't need you here. I need you in the electronics printer. So we need a computer. A lot of arrows blaring, but I don't think we care about any of them. We'll of course need the atmospheric printer too soon. Let's keep you running. First part is the computer. Oh, I could have started with something else, but it doesn't matter. Now, normally I'd use insulated pipes for all of this. Probably not necessary. Let me make a little bit of extra materials. And we can make copper very easily in the furnace. It just needs a bit of air from the outside. Now let's just do that. Heat it up just a little bit. Come on. And that's it. That's our copper. That's our iron. We didn't make a filter for nitrous oxide yet. We're going to need both that and volatiles. I don't think we can make the medium one, no. We need constantan for that. So, while we're here... Yeah, come on. We'll take half of this iron. Just run it through the furnace too. We will need more iron, so that's fine. There we go. We'll also need a volatiles filter. That can wait. We'll need cooling. And we'll also need a communications motherboard. Oh, silver. I don't remember that. Okay. So we should be fine with this. Oh. It's still pumping. That does happen sometimes, I'm not sure why. Maybe I turned it off just a little bit too soon. There. We're going to need the electrum. We don't have any more silver, do we? No. So our nitrous oxide filter. There, we're going to make the volatiles filter. There are more sensible ways to do this. I'm not going to bother. Oh. I want to try and keep this as safe as possible, so we're just going to go with the 5 of each. That should be more than enough to weld everything we need to weld. For cooling. This is already at 20. It's very nice. This is 380. But this shouldn't really be taking any electricity, really. But you still want to deactivate it. Yes, it still takes more if you just let it running. The air is not clean yet. There will keep some air inside, because we will want to filter it out. There's the volatiles. Do we need anything else here? Yes, we need a gas mixer. A little bit of gold, not a problem. Oh, yeah, the silver. Okay, this should be safe. Let's just throw the silver in there. Good. We'll also want a programmer motherboard. Having access to actual code to automate stuff is extremely useful. And even just having the single solar panel there following the sun is very nice. Let's make some cables while we think. Input, unfiltered, and filtered. Let's keep it something like this. Now we have the option to use insulated pipes now, so we don't have to be so careful about the edges of the frames now. be enough. We'll need to connect the satellite dish. We'll need to connect the landing pad itself. I think we need 9 of these, or maybe 10.
Hunger critical. Health low.
I do want to make a locker for the living room. Make things just a little bit more organized. Landing pad. Yeah, we need data and power. And we need 9, so we need 10 total. They stack to 5, if I remember correctly. Now, it doesn't matter where we put the computer, really. I usually prefer to have it inside the living room, so I can stay out of my suit while I'm working. There, that's the first half. Oh, I do not want to disconnect this. It's not important to do this right now. There. We're going to connect it later. Oh, shunting cables might not be enough, actually. Now, we will want to have some way to control the radio dish. We can use IC10, the programmable microcontroller. That would be ideal, really. But it is more expensive, and I'm not sure how much we can afford to get out. Oh, and it's day 19, so that's it for today. Bye!